don't let anyone plug a USB drive into your system is a good general rule to live by, but recently a malware group, Camaro Dragon, has started affecting tons of USB drives. Once the malware gets on a PC, it then also affects any USB drives plugged into the computer and just keeps on spreading and installing backdoors to attempt and steal data. It also affects network drives, so just like disconnect from your network, the internet, plug up your USB ports, and I mean just like turn off your entire PC for like ever. The malware seems to have been designed to primarily target Asian victims, however it has also started spreading across Europe because I guess it just wants to be inclusive. Oh, how nice of the malware, just like it's very nice of you to follow this channel, except if you don't, which I mean is still fine, but I mean if you do, it's just like better, you know? So what exactly is this malware? Well, first of all, we know that it's been sort of designed for Asian targets because it's also designed to hard from Smart AV, which is an antivirus solution popular in the Asian region. And it's basically been designed to be installed on a computer and then just spread each time when you plug a new USB drive into the computer, it would just spread onto that USB drive, and then anything you plug that USB into would also just get the malware sort of installed on it. So yeah, what is probably a more problematic thing, and probably unintended as well, is that the malware possesses greater risks to enterprise IT because infected machines install the malware on any newly connected network drives as well, which was probably not the intended feature because then this thing just gets discovered a lot easier because IT admins will actually be actively checking these systems. Because I mean, it's been designed in the very OG way to just spread from USB to USB, and who knows what the real purpose is, but you know, they're just trying to steal data. And one thing that I want to mention is that this seems to be sort of only for Windows. Is it only for Windows? I don't know for sure. I was not able to find that information, but basically another nasty feature of this malware is that it also performs DLL-side-loading using components of security software. So this tells us that it definitely does work on Windows because DLLs are only used on Windows to my knowledge. Linux uses something else, and I think macOS uses something else as well. So this could only work on Windows, but obviously it's still best to just be safe. And what this basically means is, so DLLs are dynamic link libraries. So these are just gigantic libraries within Windows that multiple programs can just link to at once. And a library in programming is basically just a gigantic set of knowledge that tells the programs how to do certain things, for example. So for instance, if you had a program that was designed to paint your walls certain colors, the ones that you would want, right? A DLL would basically be a library telling the program like, hey, do you have the paint? Did you mix it? Okay, this is how you apply it on the wall. So it's that sort of stuff that just sort of enables programs to work. And yeah, I'm a little bit out of breath because I just had to run down and move my car real quick. So yeah. So how did this thing start? So patient 0 in the malware infection was identified as an employee who had participated in a conference in Asia. He shared his presentation with fellow attendees using his USB drive, which is like, you know, okay, still using USB drives in 2023 to transfer presentations. Okay, maybe not the best idea, but all right. And then upon returning to his home hospital in Europe, so hospital is definitely not a great place to spread malware because you can actually have very deadly consequences. The employee introduced the infected USB drive to the hospital's computer systems, which led the infection to spread. So now what should you do? Well, obviously don't let anybody plug any USB drives into your system because even if they themselves are not a malicious actor, maybe they got their own USB drive infected somehow, so don't let them plug it into your PC. Second would be to not actually plug your own USB drive into other computers. For instance, what I used to do back in high school to share my presentations is I had set up on a little Raspberry Pi a little just simple text website that I could just go to and just like post a comment, and this was on a certain IP address, so I could just access it from anywhere. It just had a web address, not an IP address. And then I would just link like a Google Drive file that I could just download. So I would always just copy the link to download the Drive file. I would just place it onto that website so that I could just go onto my website and just download it that way. Because I mean, in high school, in college, you do not want to be plugging anything into the systems that are over there. So basically, yeah, just like stay safe. And lastly, just a little bit of a channel update. So I have readjusted a few things in my workflow. So you can see the camera is quite a bit different. It's still the same camera. It's just adjusted very differently with very different settings. The capturing is done differently. And you know, it looks quite a lot better, I would say. Then I've made some homemade acoustic panels, 2 of which are behind me. I have 4 in total. And hopefully today, one of my friends is going to come over. So I'm actually going to be able to put them on the wall. So that will improve the audio a little bit, hopefully, and then the audio should be really great. I know it's already like totally fine, but it's just like I'm just a little bit of an audiophile, so I just want to get rid of the echo to just make the voice sound sort of a little bit richer, just a little bit better. Because of course, the sooner you take your time to actually properly set these things up, the longer your videos are just going to be higher quality without really doing anything. It's just like the initial setup, and then hey, you know, it might not be that important, but now all of your videos are going to be a little bit higher quality. And it has been quite a while, I believe 12 or 13 days since I last posted, which is not great. I need to get my schedule down, just need to be disciplined, make videos, because I do want to make videos. I love making videos, but the thing is, it takes about 3 hours for me to find a topic, write a script, talk about it, record it, edit the thumbnail, edit the video, and then upload 2 of the videos, because one is a short video, one is a long video, upload everything to various platforms. It takes about 3 hours. So even though a lot of the time I want to make a video, a lot of the time just like watching a YouTube video or a show is just easier, you know, so I just do that. So I just gotta be more disciplined, because I do have time for it, because of course we all have time to do everything within reason. It's just that we obviously waste a lot of the time by just watching YouTube. Not this video though. This video is it's great. Anyways, let me know what you think about this below. Let me know if you've ever gotten an infection on your computer before from like a malicious USB drive perhaps. And I wish you a nice day, and hopefully I will see you back tomorrow with another video.